Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between Olympus and Force here on Fighting Spirit. This is a use map settings map. It's a special Fighting Spirit, I think, because we just all saw this blow up, right? Yes, we did. And I'm not sure why Terror is watching this. Maybe it's a tournament or something? Eagle's watching as well. And Special. Alright, top left-hand corner here, we have the red Protoss player. It is Olympus, a Korean Protoss. And in the bottom left, it is the green Zerg player. It is Force, playing under his Smurf name, Max. Excellent stuff here. Both players over 300 APM at the moment. Can I do the color thing? Both red. Okay, that's fine. Red and green. For red and green colorblind people, they want to die. I get it. It's fine. Everybody else should be fine with red and green here. I'm not sure if you watched my cast from last week where I figured out that a map that had like white versus yellow that was so hard to see on the mini-map, I alt-tabbed and suddenly it was red versus blue. I don't know what the rules are for this. I really don't. I don't know why sometimes it just changes it to all red or all yellow or, you know, different colors that are better than ones that exist. I don't understand. But anyway, hope you're happy to be here. Hope you're happy for a long macro ZVP on Fighting Spirit. I know some of you guys are sick of this map, but like 80% of all games ever are played on Fighting Spirit, I feel like. Anyway, going to go for the... Is that a 10 hatch? 10 hatch in it. Here is Force. Interesting strategy for sure. Forge fast expanding is Senor Olympus. And so far, pretty standard stuff. Nobody's doing anything to indicate that we're going to have any troubles in the early stages of this match. So, Probe's scouting around trying to see what is what. On the other hand, let's try to figure out what Olympus is going for. Obviously, he's going to go for an expansion. He's going to scout in, see the timing on the hatch, recognize, okay, that hatch is halfway done. So basically, there shouldn't even be a spawning pool barely started yet. Which means I can just go throw it on my Nexus now. Hatch first Zerg means Nexus first Protoss on the other side. After the Forge, just for safety's sake. I mean, honestly, you could just get a Nexus up anyway against a Hatch first Zerg and be pretty much okay, but if you don't have the Forge, when you scout and suddenly it's a pool first, you're gonna die. Anyway, I don't know how chatty these players are gonna be. If they're chatty, I apologize. I know you guys hate that when there's just constantly chat coming up on the left side, just distracting from what's happening, but doing my best here. Gateway there, Forge there. Probe really can't be dealt with in any sense until there's Lings out. So we can just hang out and see everything that's happening here. Drones transferring down to the natural base, which is now done. Special is the name of a StarCraft 2 player, but I don't think it's the same guy. I'm pretty sure it's not. In fact, what other... Select is a StarCraft 2 player? I'm trying to think of any other... Can I look up who Special is while nothing is happening in the early stages of this match? I mean, effectively nothing. We're going to follow this probe, and then I'm going to look up Special in Brood War. This is not going to be a good Google search. Special Brood War. No, that's a user special. Special. Oh, no, StarCraft 2. Dang it. I don't know. Maybe this dude doesn't even have... I don't know if he even has a page. Oh, no, here he is. Okay, so Korean Terran player is who Special is. That's cool. Good job, man. Watching this for reasons I don't fully understand. 1A, 2A, 3A, that is Terror, right? Pretty sure that's Terror who's watching here, too. Not sure why he's involved either, although we do have some similar clan tag names in some of these places. Special and Terror being the same group. Anyway, third hatch coming up on the right side of the map here. No big deal. Out of Force. There's really nothing that can stop that for the time being, at least until the Zealots are out. Cybercore finishing, and this is where it gets interesting. Out of Olympus. What's he going to do here? The traditional answer here would be to go for a Citadel of a Dune and go for speed for the Zealots. And then go for an attack either on the third base or on the natural base and see what you can get done with those Zealots. And it's going to be a Stargate instead. Alright, so we're going to go Stargate first, maybe then into Citadel of a Dune. Going to basically just force some kind of anti-air response out of the Zerg, as you always traditionally do here. No big deal whatsoever. And this should be a Spire. Based on the... Yeah, if it was going to be Hydras, it'd be Hydras before now. So there's your Spire, which I believe was scouted by the probe just at the second it died. It was able to see that this is a Spire coming up. So... Nothing too crazy from either of these guys right now. Going to be Corsairs, going to be Scourge, maybe some Mutalisks. We've seen Zerg players going for mutas against a Stargate opening Protoss recently on the channel, and sometimes it goes well and sometimes it goes extremely poorly. So there's the Citadel. Excellent stuff. There's really, again, not much different going on here in this match. Do we need to worry about macro hatch coming up? Somebody asked if macro hatches are a thing in Brood War, and I said yes. A lot of Zerg players like them. Some don't, but most of them will get at least one macro hatch if they're on 3 bases. And definitely if they're on 4, we like to see macro hatches. So the Lings are here to make sure that nothing can get out. This is not a contain attempt. This is not like, hey, you can't get out. It's just, you know, if you try to come out with 1 Zealot, you'll die. But a concerted attack coming out of there from Olympus will be just fine. But the information is what's the important thing right now. So Scourge are a little bit away here. Corsair's going to have a bit of time in order to kill Overlords, but we've sent most of them away if we are Force. They're hiding in different random spots across the map right now, and the Corsair really shouldn't be able to find all of them before the Scourge are out and chasing it around. So 2 pairs of Scourge coming out immediately here. There's that speed for Zealots on the way. We're working on a Photon Cannon to pull back to, just in case the Scourge chase the Corsairs all the way back home. And working on our weapons level 1. So this is a pretty big commitment to Corsairs, it looks like. This is not going to be 1 or 2 Corsairs and then move into something else. Macro hatch here at the 3rd base too. Hydralisk Den back here. Lurker aspect coming in. The question is, can he get some Lurkers out before the Zealots show up? And the answer is I don't think so. It takes a lot of time for that Lurker upgrade to come in. The speed upgrade is going to finish before then, and a bunch of Zealots are going to be out. They're going to be ready to rock here. Scourge trying to see what's what. Does scout, you know, the Citadel, does scout the Stargate. They're researching Cyber Core, all this stuff. Force knows what's up. 4th base coming up in the bottom right-hand here for Force. I gotta say, Force is in a pretty good spot. I do. I don't have any complaints about what he's been doing here. Templar Archives, pretty early coming in now from the Protoss player. Whether he's going to go for Storm or not, we'll have to watch that production tab and see what he's working on. So the Zealots are heading somewhere. They're going somewhere. Lurker aspect is not done yet, so you have to defend with Sunkens and with the Hydras that you're building to turn into Lurkers later, I suppose. The Lings are trying to delay this as much as they can, right? They're like, hey, why don't you just drop and try to kill us, guys? Yeah, stop and go north instead of south, please. We're not entirely ready for you down there. 1 sunken, 2 sunken, Hydra there. It's a pretty good wall. Oh, that sunken finished just in the absolute nick of time there. Look at this egg too. Lurker egg coming up. The Zealots can't deal with that at all. Actually, they did slip through. Something slipped through somewhere. And now the Zealots are just target firing as many of the drones as they can while getting hammered on by this 1 sunken. This is pretty good. Down to 36 drones. Oh, still continuing to plummet here. 34 drones. 33 drones. And that Zealot. 6 kills Zealot, man. 7 kills Zealot before the Lings come and clear him out. Holy smokes, that was amazing. So 36 drones here to 46 probes on 2 bases for the Protoss player. He's got High Templar out. He's working on Storm. It's almost done. Yeah, +1 air weapons is just about complete here. Finally, Lurkers are popping out. Zealot oppression should not really be a thing anymore. But that's why you have the Storm to deal with the Lurkers. Also, Reavers are an answer here. If you're a Protoss who's struggling against Lurkers, Reavers are fantastic, which is why we have double robotics facility coming in now. And then we'll get a bay, and everything will be just fine. So the anti-air here is a little bit lacking here at the natural base. Dude, Olympus. I'm going to say... Oh, wait. Scourge. Never mind. We're good. Scourge getting some hits off killing 1 of the Corsairs. But still, supply blocked here is Force. I was going to say, Force has the better resume of the 2. Oh. DT trying to stay alive. Oh, he just... Well, actually, there's another Overlord here. All right. He should have waited. I think he should have waited. I think he could have waited here. Is that another Overlord that possibly could die? Yeah. All right. So the good news here for Force is that, yes, he's lost some Overlords. He's lost a bunch of drones. But he is on 4 bases, which is great. He's got macro hatches, 2 macro hatches, happily spitting out a ton of larvae. Is that another macro hatch? Oh, yeah. Force is in love with these macro hatches. Now, shuttle on the way. Corsair scouting around, trying to see if there's anywhere, a good place to be, maybe, to drop some Reavers, just for the funsies of it. Oh, that poor Corsair. All right, so that Corsair is completely dead. We're working on a bay here. Oh, it is Mutalisks. So he's going into Muta now. He assumes he's killed all the Corsairs, which, you know what? I don't know if that's a wrong assumption, to be honest with you. So we're just going to unload Zealots. Oh, is he going to try to take those? A Spire hit. It's a Spire hit. And it's a Storm drop at the same time. Okay, well that hurt. No response here from Force at all. That's rough stuff. The drones are trying to save the day. Kill the drones. Just, you have +1 attack. Just kill all the drones and then kill the Spire. If they want to do this, dude, Force is having a hard time. Storm, another few drones down there. The Mutalisks are out. Get the Spire! They're not getting the Spire. All right, so they're not getting the Spire. But a lot of drones have died. We're down to 38 drones here on 4 bases. The numbers do not add up. You need more than 10 workers per base. Just kind of struggling to get the economy up and running here, but the Mutas are out. Corsair production has begun again. Dragoons are good fighters against Mutalisks for sure. Do they have the range upgrade? Do they get Singularity Charge yet? I'm not sure if I saw that come through. But also, surprisingly, no Robotics Bay. I'm still amazed by that. So some Ling Muta stuff up here. That is so in the way, isn't it? Well, there's like 8 people watching. Gets rebuffed. And Force has to pull back here. 3 lurkers in production for the Zerg player. By the way, if you're enjoying this match, hit that like button. Just helps the YouTube algorithm know that I'm here and people enjoy my stuff. Would appreciate it. Storm, yeah, good Storm. Weakening the Mutalisks. Making it easier for cannons to kill them too if they're already weakened. They're pretty weak to cannons, but if they're already bruised, then heck yeah. Good. Oh, that was a sick Storm. These Mutas are dead. Another one down. And the High Templar's going to die. But the Mutas, I don't know, they're actually getting some more usefulness here, surprisingly. I don't know about this. So these Mutas paid for themselves today? I'm not convinced. Let's just say that. Oh, they're in range, man. Oh, they're going to fly right over. They're going to fly. They're being careful. Force is being careful here with these Mutalisks. They are very low. Like, I think this one Dragoon could kill all 3 of them if they tried to fight. Oh, okay. All right, well, the Mutas are dead. I'm going to say the Mutas did not pay for themselves. That's going to be my official word. Third base for Olympus does get up and running. It's a little bit late, but I think he's okay. It's 119 to 115 supply. Force is supply blocked after losing another couple Overlords again. But Adrenal Glands is on the way for Force. Additional upgrades here. The Lings are getting +1 melee attack, which it's not early, so I feel like it could be Ultras, but I don't know. Lurkers are going to try to jump on this, but you know what? There is Detection present, and there's no Dark Swarm, and there is Storm available. So, no. The Lurkers are not going to do anything. I'm not sure they should have engaged there anyway in the first place. This is good. Out of Olympus. He might try to push into the natural base, and there's just not a lot there to stop that from happening. Archon coming in. Ready to go, man. It is an Ultralisk Cavern. I thought as much. I thought as much. You're getting that melee attack against Protoss. Feels kind of like Ultras. Either way, the Zealot buffer for these Dragoons is suddenly gone, and the Lings are having an okay time, but not enough of them to actually do this thing. Yeah, no Dark Swarm means your Lurkers are all dead, friend. Force is not doing this super well, but he just made a bunch of Zerglings. And they have Adrenal Glands. But that's why you have Storm for, I suppose. That's why you have this Archon here, too. Did he lose his detection? No, he's got an Observer here. I think Force was hoping maybe he lost his detection, but that is not what happened at all. I know what. There's 2 Lurkers. Push down. Kill them. They know that. They're getting on out of here. More Lings cruising on in. Force has always been more of a macro player than an incredible micro-style player here. Oh my gosh. 3 Lurkers, though. Okay. Well, Olympus might win this game. Just sheerly because Force is kind of throwing away units a little bit. Like 2 free Lurkers there. This is stuff that I do when I play Brood War. Is I'm like, I'm going to Lurker attack that 3rd base. Oh, they have cannons. Oh, no. And then the 2 of them die. Ah, yes, of course. Man, no Dark Swarm. Is Force doing this without Defilers? Would be my question of the day. Do we think he is? Because I don't support this. I mean, maybe if your opponent is going Mass Archon, sure. You don't need Defilers. Dark Swarm's not going to do much, and the Plague isn't going to do much either. But considering how many Gateway units are on the ground right now, and how many Zealots there are, like, Plague's going to be great against this. But I'm watching the production tab, and still nothing. Chitinous Plating's on the way. He's trying to do no caster Zerg here against Protoss, which honestly is more my style. I suck with Defilers. I think most lower level Brood War players do. And it's just, as a Zerg player, you're like, I'm on 4 bases. I have effectively infinite larva with which to work with right now, and a ton of income too. I'm just going to keep making ultras and lings and throw them at my opponent until I win, which if you watched my, it's either young Flash or fake Flash, depending on your perspective, but Flash versus 815 game, that was 815 trying to win it, doing this very thing. Ling ultras, run headlong into the enemy over and over again and try to crush them. It can work. We've seen it work before. We've seen Larva do it to Terran players, where he's like, spellcasters, whatever. I'm going to drop on your head, drop ultras and lings all over your tank lines. I'm just going to murder you that way and just have wave after wave after wave of enemy coming and kill you. But this is, no, this is not working. That is so many zealots. I know there's ultralisks here, but look how Olympus is more than ready to attack here. He has so many zealots. He's like, look, man, if you're not making plague, I'm going to make 1 billion zealots. That poor ultra gets surrounded and massacred and suddenly forces on the back foot. It's 147 and 122 supply. I'm going to tell you, when I first started casting this game and I looked at the names involved, and I was like, all right, Force should probably win this thing. Olympus, again, doesn't have much of a resume. But if Force is insisting on not making any Defilers here, I don't see it, is the problem. I mean, in fairness, it does seem like he's able to make a bunch of ultras at a time. Ooh, a Defiler mount coming in. Right? He's doing all right macro-wise, absolutely, without question. But this Archon Zealot thing is kind of the answer to these dudes. Blah, blah, say the Archons. The Zealots are like chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, 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 they say. And the Ultras have to get the heck on out of there. He's thinking about taking... Did we not just miss a Storm Drop? I probably did. Hey, there was a Storm Drop down there. I'm going to save that Zealot's life real quick. Don't mind me. Consume being researched. A Robotics Bay coming in. The High Templar already have about 5 kills on the one, and there's not much happening here. So, yes, Storm Drop happened. And I missed it, for which I was just so enthralled with the Ultralisks running away that I completely missed that happening. I think Force probably was in the same boat, considering how many drones died over there. So Overlord's just sort of, I don't know what, dying? Yep. Just dying. 165 to 139 total supply. Olympus making High Templar. Making another Robo Facility. He really is heading into the Reavers here, which again is a great answer versus Ultras because they swing hard and they hit hard. 100 damage per hit versus an Ultralisk, ignoring armor, basically, because the armor's 5, it's 100 damage. You know the math. We've talked about this before. Good heavens, the Ultralisks are just not shy. Taking storms in the face a little bit here, too. Archon's in the mix, and the Ultras, are they going to win out? I think there's just enough of them where they can do this. They are pretty well injured, and the DTs are having a field day. So you got to get out of there before the DTs kill all of you. But look at 2 Ultras have died to cannons here. That should not happen. 3 Ultras have died to cannons here because they're all so bruised and already so injured from the DTs and the Archons and whatnot. That's like, what, 5 or 6 dead Ultralisks here at Olympus's 4th base? It certainly is. This Archon, 13 kills. And we're just throwing stuff in, man. Hey, look, Defiler. Oh, my gosh. Hold on. Defiler, you probably... Dark Sword... Nope, that's not really the answer to these Zealots, though. I mean, maybe later, sure. Reaver has arrived. Defensive Reaver is going to be really, really important here. Archon with 17 kills. Might die to Lurkers, though. Get out of there. No, Archon survive. 18 kills. Blah, dead. Super dead. Little welcoming party here for Olympus. Like, hey, you're going to send up Lings and Ultras in small batches at a time. You go right ahead. But no, that was a large batch. So that did not work out too well. Reaver worth its weight in gold in this situation. Olympus is so glad that he has a Reaver. I can't even tell you. Oh, that one popped out of the robotics at the wrong time. Oh my gosh, it's alive. No, it's not. The Lings got it. These cannons. We don't track kills for cannons in Brood War. We do in StarCraft 2, but not in Brood War. And that's incredible. That is incredible stuff. Ooh, that's a good Dark Swarm. Okay. That's actually going to help against these cannons, assuming any units ever get up to the cannons, which, hey, they made it up to the cannons. Now you got to stay in the Dark Swarm, though. Buddy, Ultralisk, friend? Dude, okay, well, he's dead. Oh, nope, he ran away. Smart. Well done. Adrenalings versus cannons don't even really need Dark Swarm all that much to crush them. Oh, he made it in. He made it inside the Dark Swarm. Reaver trying to rack up the kills here. Doing pretty good about it. I mean, this has just been absolutely nonstop. Make stuff, send it this way. Out of force. So many Ultralisks have died today. Like, so many. Defilers getting sniped out of the ground. I want to see how many kills these Reavers have. I don't know if we're going to be able to, though. 25 kills on that Reaver. That's pretty good. Pretty highly... Oh, so many Zerglings died. I have flashbacks to playing the campaign in Brood War and just running a Ling Hydra army into like 4 Reavers, and then all of them died. Ugh. Racking up those kills, Mr. Reaver. No, stay alive. Ow! Our hero Reaver died. Ugh. Hey, guess what's going to show up over here? More Lings and Ultras. Are you surprised? You should not be. I mean, the 5th base is here for Force, which is nice, but it's still 4 bases versus 5 bases. And again, the cost efficiency of the Protoss units is going to be pretty good. If they keep doing this, I really see Olympus winning this game. I know he's not killing it. He's at 119 supply. He's not maxed out or anything. But I think he's making good trades versus what Force is trying to do. But if Force can expand on the left side and on the right side, then he will have enough resources and stuff to play with, to where he will be able to wear down the Protoss player to the point of extinction. But we'll see. We'll see if we get there or not. These probes are just trying to transfer into an active war zone. Don't mind them. Where's your... Oh, there's the Observer. See how the Archons do not care about your lurkers? Archons don't care about much. What they do worry about is Mass Hydra, though. Oh, Lings and Ultras jumping onto the natural base, causing a lot of problems down here. A lot of probes getting sniped off. Cannons, not the answer. Nicely done. A little bit of a misdirect there from Force. Meanwhile, dropping the bottom right-hand side, we're going to go from 49 drones to 40 drones. Okay, it's not bad. Not too shabby here, but the Mass Archon versus the Ultraling is going to be pretty fantastic, honestly, especially with some Zealots mixed in there. The Archon's at +3 attack and +2 armor. The Lurker's at +3 armor. The Lings are at 3/3. Nice. Fully upgraded Adrenal Lings. He just make an Archon down here. He just made it 45 workers. 45 workers at 23 minutes for Force. Olympus is doing what you have to do to beat the Zerg player, which is murder his economy, whether it's by killing bases or it's by killing his drones. That is how this works. Lings trying to get up this ramp, but Zealots with cannon support, not bad. Not too shabby. He's super injured, but he's got 3 kills. More Archons joining the party right now. This is like the most gas-heavy party in all of StarCraft, man. It is Archons and Reavers versus Ultras. Sure, the Lings aren't very expensive. Ooh, that Defiler didn't take any splash damage at all. I don't understand Scarab damage at all. Somebody in chat the other day, somebody commented, and again, I read every comment anyone ever makes on the channel, so if you want to talk to me about something, leave a comment. Said that if you're facing away from a Reaver, no matter how close you are to it, you take 50% of the damage of the Scarab. Just facing the other direction. And I was like, I have never, ever once heard that before. No one's ever told me that. But and I was like, I need a link for it. And he's like, no, I'm 99.999999999% sure. And I was like, look, man. I appreciate that. But I need to know. I need to know for sure. I need an article. I need something in Wikipedia to tell me what's up. Yeah, man, the longer this game goes on, the more I feel like Olympus has it. I appreciate what Force is trying to do here. But he hasn't been able to kill any bases at all. He really hasn't killed many probes either. It's 52 workers here for the Protoss player. Force has replaced a lot of his missing drones, which is nice. Not going to complain about it, but he's never really been able to get up a large commanding force. I mean, he got a hit off there once at least. right? He hasn't had a convincing, solid win that he then turned into a base death. You know what I mean? Oh, DT, where are you going, buddy? We need you for the base defense, friend. Oh, Reaver hits, though. Big one. Woo! Dies in the process. Bit of a dance here, and it does force some of the Archons to come on back home. This DT is on a mission, though. He's going to try to wipe out... You know what? I think he can, too. Fairly sure he can. Hey, look! The natural base is under attack. This Nexus is probably going to die. All right. Force gets kind of a minor victory here. There's not any resources in the natural base to speak of. Ooh, the Lings handle that DT. Never mind. Never mind. DT at the 6 o'clock does not accomplish anything. It was a good effort, though. Yeah, this is where the production is. Okay, so if you can get on top of this production, then suddenly Force is a terrifying force to deal with. I don't know what else to tell you here. He's trying to save these guys, possibly. I mean, oh, the Archons are gathering. Lings are coming up to try to harass something. The probe transfer to these two bases is hugely important right now. But, alright, so you're attacking into a sim city of Reavers and Zealots and Cannons and stuff. Might not do super well, is what I'm trying to say here. So that Ultralisk is dead. This Reaver, ready to go. That Ultra taking hits from everything. He's not going to survive the day. Alright, so the production stays alive, at least for the time being. There's 3 more Ultras here to join the party. This, again, the 12 o'clock base is dead, but it's mined out already. It's not a big deal. At all. Can these Archons and these Reavers stop these Ultralisks? They certainly can. Absolutely. But these sources of income are still happening for Olympus. He's lost a couple probes, I'm assuming during a transfer over to the top right-hand corner. But Force is just relentless. He's never going to let Olympus rest here. This is his strategy. This is how he's going to win this game, is just by smashing his face into the Protoss over and over and over and over. And I mean, this might be a game... This honestly might be one of those games where, like, the score is higher for Olympus, but he loses the game anyway. Because he's just killed so much Zerg today, but there's so much Zerg to kill. The fact that Force got the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock is massive at the moment. There are just so many fresh mineral patches. There's mineral patches left in his main base for Force. Every base he's mining from. He doesn't have any dead bases right now. That's insane. Oh, is it the drops? Okay, we're finally getting the drops, you guys. With the Dark Swarm, right? With the no defilers? Okay. Alright, I suppose. Yeah, this is where Force comes into play. Shuts down the 4th base. And now this is suddenly Olympus is back down into this one base. His 4th is the only one that has money in it right now. The only one is actively mining from. And the drops, this is how you beat Protoss, is with the drops. Olympus is trying to counterattack, but he's down to 130 to 91 total supply. It is not... Yeah, it's not happening. Dude, Force has won this thing. This Reaver drop down south is cute. He's got 18 kills. Nice job, bud. Great job defending yourself against that Zergling attack, but it's not happening. I'm here to tell you right now. Yeah, Lurker shut down. This mining, Olympus has no mineral bake to speak of. He really can't reproduce an army at all. And dude, Force just overwhelmingly crushing here. Just, you know, he did toss down some Dark Swarms. He never threw down a Plague. I mean, throwing away these units isn't great. And I mean, I'd be worried about jumping into like an Archon Zealot composition with Lings and Ultras, but you know what? Force is not. The Dark Swarm is late. Olympus had the right idea, but he just couldn't keep up with it. He just was never able to be offensive. Force had him on the back foot pretty much the entire game. There were a couple times there were pushes from Olympus that did get some stuff done, but for the most part... Yeah, I mean, this game is over. It's a foregone conclusion at this stage. It's 11 probes to 45 drones. It's Yeah, again, this very well could be a game wherein Olympus has the bigger score at the end of the game. All right, so this right side base did die. Olympus did manage to wipe that out, but still, look, mining. That's insane. He's had a very low econ in a lot of ways, and that's your GG. Olympus is out, and Force is your winner in 30 minutes and 7 seconds. What a match. I mean, it's Larva style, right? It's basically Larva style. I wonder if Force was doing it first and Larva is just better at it. You think? I do think so. Anyway, but yeah, Olympus did, again, he did everything right. I can't emphasize this enough. He did everything right. He got Archons, he got Zealots, he got Reavers, he got Storm. That is how you handle this. It's just that Force was able to get too many bases up, have too much income, and throw too many units at him over and over and over and over again. We have Reavers that would get like 37 kills. That's a 22 kill Reaver right there. But when there's literally 1,000 Zerglings coming at you, maybe it doesn't even matter how many kills you get on those Reavers. The defense of the main base was really important for Olympus to stay in this game as long as he did, but the drop on the fourth was the killer. That was it. Losing that fourth base was massive. If he held on to the fourth base, he might have had a chance. But in the end, nope. No such thing. I mean, nobody ever got maxed out in this game. Force, getting up to 130 supply, was just like, nope, A move, go. That's too much supply. I need to lose some and hopefully kill stuff in the process. Anyway, 30 minutes here at the end of the game, and Olympus, yeah, nope, hang on, 280 to 292. Okay, so Force did end up having the higher score there. Not what I expected. Olympus killed 784 Zerg units today and didn't win. That's a lot. I guess the problem is that Force ended up producing 973, which is just a massive number of units in a 30-minute game, without question. And the resources here, yeah, there's more gas, more minerals, more spent by about 10,000, 11,000 for Force, and that'll do. That'll do, pig. Hack. Ah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff there. That right there is going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.